Why do you think people use filters?
I think they use them to have a better self-image of themselves.
Um, because society tells us we have to look a certain way.
A lot of people want to try to always look their best.
To make themselves look better.
I think people use filters to make them feel better about themselves.
Filters have become a very popular thing that has been occurring on different types of social media for years. After our group did a little research on filters, we came to quite a surprise on the certain impacts that they have on our society today. First of all, a filter is a type of technology that is used when a person takes a picture of themselves. That filter can make their skin look better, take away acne, make their hair look better, and overall makes people look better in their eyes. One of the most interesting things that we found is how the technology of filters work. James Lay, a computer specialist who works for the popular app called Snapchat, explained in great detail about the technology of filters. The technology that is used is called 3D tracking. Snapchat creates these filters, and when the camera locks onto your face, it tracks your face and applies the filter. Here is an example of a side-by-side picture, with the picture on the right having no filter and the one on the left with a filter. And here is another example. One of the biggest issues that come from filters is how it has impacted our society. Do you think there is a certain expectation throughout society to look a certain way because of filters?
Yeah, because I feel like people use them way more than they don't, and it makes people feel like they have to use them in order to look good.
Absolutely. I think there's like a lot of like images in magazines that people think it's like your perfect body or like what you should look like, and like ultimately like it's impossible. Like nobody can have like a huge butt with a tiny waist. Like it just doesn't happen. So you're too fat but you have a big butt, or you're too skinny and you don't have a butt. You can't have both.
I think absolutely there is, but it depends upon who you are. If you're famous and you appear not looking so great, then you can look for some criticism or your name mentioned, or you could be made fun of on a late night TV show. So yes, I do think there is an expectation of famous people. Not so famous people, some people care about their appearance, some people don't. They just don't think that the appearance has anything to do with what the person is or how that person lives their life.
Because people see like celebrities and like big names on social media using them, and when they don't see that, they use filters to fake it.
I think the way celebrities and everything use filters, it makes people want to use them to make them feel better about themselves.
Our group found a story about how a teenager wanted to get lip injections because of her use of filters. The article is written by Christina Rudolph-Lowe, and she goes into depth about the reasonings on why she wanted lip injections. If I spend long enough scrolling through filter to perfection influencers, celebrities, and regular people, I know who takes a damn good picture. It's very tempting to start a mental wish list of things I could change. A more defined jawline, higher cheekbones, smoother skin, the list goes on. Another thing that she said was, every single day I was looking at videos and images of girls with perfect faces and Instagram models' bodies over and over. So over time, when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't help but compare myself. The use of filters has caused a lot of insecurity in a lot of people. The last question that we asked our interviewees was, can you think of a positive or negative effect that you notice now or will come about in the future with the advancement in social media filter options? Here is what they had to say.
A positive is that people feel more confident when they use filters, so it makes them feel better. And a negative would be people will see other people use filters and it makes them have a lower self-esteem and lower confidence.
A negative effect is definitely like people are going to be, like I feel like people are already fake, and it's just going to like make people even faker. And positive, I mean, I guess if it boosts your confidence, like posting pictures of yourself with a filter, I guess good for you.
Yeah.
I can think of a negative thing. It's just too much pressure. And once again, it depends upon the age and the lifestyle of the person. Young people today that would be using these filters to make themselves look better, it'd really be a shame to have a young woman grow up in that lifestyle with all that pressure to try to always look better than just their natural self.
I think definitely a negative, because people like have that expectation in their mind thinking that that's how they're supposed to look, and that leads to like people not like eating. They think they're too fat because they have this perfect like body image in their head of what they should look like. That's impossible, so they keep not eating or keep exercising and trying to strive for something that's ultimately never going to happen.
I would say a positive would be it helps people have more self-confidence, and then negative would be it's just more unrealistic to look that way.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Alright guys, after hearing from the people that we interviewed, there were clearly lots of negatives about filters, and that's pretty much all we got in terms of all that stuff. But as a group, Ryan and Kinley and I have taken our thoughts and our beliefs into what we think of filters and what we think is going to happen in the near future. After all of the research and studying that we did on this topic, we have all come to the conclusion that we believe filters will be a problem in the near future. Especially in a world where hatred is constantly spreading throughout society, we believe filters are just another way to judge another person, whether you don't use filters or that you use them too much. We also believe that the technology of filters will not be enhanced that much more. We think it will just stay the way it is with different designs coming out here and there. Overall, there isn't that much data on the effects that filters have on people, but filters have only been around for a few years. So be careful, be mindful of others, and don't judge someone for if they use filters or not. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.